Well, fancy meeting you here. Good morning, good morning. Joseph Bryant coming at you live on Friday, heading into the 4th of July weekend in 2020. We're going to mix it up a little bit today, okay? We're going to mix it up. Today we're going to talk about writing tips. 5 writing tips I'm coming at you with for writers that are looking to maximize their efficiency in their freelance writing business, score more repeat clients, and just make the process far more enjoyable and less of a headache. So, you know me, I like to get right to the meat of the matter. So let's just dive right into it, shall we? With tip 1, hold on, I got a prop. I got a tool. Let's call it a tool. I got a tool to show with you on this one. So for tip number 1, I'm going to talk about voice to texting. Voice to texting. Now, quite often, I will do a lot of my writing projects pacing around my office, pacing around the home, even going outside, while I do voice to text on my tablet here. And this is a cheap $30 tablet, you know, nothing fancy. You can get them on Amazon real cheap as well. So I found that voice to text has saved me a lot of time. I don't like to sit for too long period of time, which is tough for a writer. Sometimes I want to go outside, wander around, or just pace around, changing rooms. It helps me think, to move and to think. So voice to text, you can do it on a phone. You can do it on a computer, provided your computer has support for it. And of course, a tablet works for me as well. That's what I utilize. So tip number 1 is voice to text. Use it, and then you can just go through and edit it as you go or edit it afterwards. It's been working great for me. I pump out. I've had clients ask me, like, how that are you? You know, they've run my stuff through Copyscape, asking, like, how do you get so much done? Are you copying this from someone else? Like, no, I talk really fast when I start talking faster. You know, voice to text really works out well for me. Tip number 2, the Grammarly app, and it's an extension for Chrome as well. I imagine you can get it for other services. I don't know. But the Grammarly app automatically reads not just misspelling of words, which a lot of modern devices already do, but the Grammarly app will also tell you a bit about your tone. It will tell you a little bit about the context. I mean, it'll give you like little, it's like having a mini editor always looking over your shoulder. I mean, it's better than it sounds. Minus the judgment. It just tells you what you're doing, minus the judgment. And if I'm not being too incompetent of a YouTuber, I'll remember to put the link for the Grammarly app in the descriptions down below. It is free. It costs me, you know, I gain nothing from hooking you up with it. It's just really useful, and I hope you find it useful too, if you're not already using it. Maybe I'm late to the party. I'm probably late to the party. Tip number 3. Learn marketing tactics. Now, I've spoken to a lot of freelance writers who have killer writing skills. They're really good writers, but they're going broke, going hungry, and looking for other jobs because they can't lock in gigs. And like many other businesses, there's the primary skill you need for the business, but then there's other skills that you need to attach so you can get the business. And in this case, marketing is one of them. No matter how good of a writer you are, it doesn't matter if you can't get people that will trust you to write their content, to generate their content for them. So you've got to invest the time, the effort, and the energy to studying marketing methods. It's lead generation. You need leads to write for them, to score the clients. So take the time to study marketing, how to pull in leads. Social media has been great for me. There's independent platforms to connect writers with clients. Obviously, using your own network, LinkedIn is useful. And I'll probably go down in the future a separate video just talking about lead generation for writing clients, because I do think it's important discussion. Moving on to tip 4. Okay, regularly update your portfolio. And this is something I put together because I've been guilty of not doing it myself. You know, you put a few projects out, update that portfolio. You know, don't let it sit too old, especially if you're consistently putting projects out. And then organize them intelligently. Now, if you're a writer who's looking to specialize in a niche, make sure to customize your portfolio to reflect the niche that you are looking to score more gigs in. So if you are a big finance guy, you know, and you've done some freelance gigs about gardening, maybe leave those out of your portfolio unless you don't have much. If you're just beginning, put in whatever you can. Showing diversity doesn't hurt. But if you're a little more experienced, you have more possibilities to draw from, and you're looking to niche into a specific sector, I would recommend updating your portfolio regularly and focusing on content that is in the niche that you wish to further pursue. Okay, so that is tip 4. Regularly update your portfolio. Oh, and you can go to sites like Skyward. Skyward. I'll put that in the description below, providing I'm not incompetent. And you can use them as a portfolio as well. Tip number 5. All right. Build out a frame. Those of you who've engaged in some serious writing, have you ever just opened up your word processor, your Google Drive, your Word document, whatever, and you're just intimidated by all this blank space in front of you, and you're like, man, what do I say at first? Like, at least for me, sometimes it's harder for me to get started. And then after I've gotten started, I get a flow and I can just tear it up. I feel like I can just crush these gigs. But starting can be difficult. So I've found to build a frame. You know, I might just write intro and then space some lines, and then heading topic, space some lines, frequently asked questions, space some lines, conclusion. Okay, now I've got a loose frame. I'm gonna go back to intro. I might throw a few lines into the intro. Then I might go into the head topic and throw a few lines into the head topic. I might just write out a few of the questions from the FAQs, maybe without answers. Go and touch the conclusion, maybe not. Go back up to the intro, reread what I've done, make sure it flows well. But now I've gone from looking at the blank space, which is intimidating to at least writers like me at my skill level. It can be intimidating. So I recommend starting with a loose frame and just kind of building piece by piece, and before you know it, you have 1,000, 2,000, 300, 3,000 word project that looks sharp and clean and flows well because you revisited each different topic, each different part of it. And it really has helped me to maximize my workflow. I can pump out more projects per week than I ever have before by combining these 5 different topics, by utilizing voice to text, by utilizing the Grammarly app, by leveraging social media marketing tactics more intelligently to have more clients, regularly updating my portfolio to reflect not only the kinds of projects that I'm doing, but my skill level increases over time, and I want people to see that I'm not the writer that I was 3 months ago. And building out a frame when dealing with those intimidating, empty, blank spaces. All right, guys, that concludes it for my 5 writing tips to help freelance writers evolve their business. Again, Joseph Bryant, author of Sharpening the Sword, Stronger, Get Your Cut. Links to my books will be in the description below, as well the link to my Discord, which I put a lot of useful content and interesting information in there for people to utilize. So check that on out. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Joseph Bryant, wrapping up. Enjoy your weekend, friends. Until the next one.